Hello everyone, nubkeks here and welcome back to Nub Raids, where today I want to talk you through the official collaboration that has just gone live between YouTube Premium and Raid Shadow Legends, which is pretty cool. If you participate in this promotion, you can get 2 months of YouTube Premium for free. And also alongside that, you can get some energy, an Astralon avatar, some multi-battles, and even a couple of free champions if you are a new account as well. Let me actually throw on a little video of the new champions. Now, this is in the top level of Iron Twins, which is still a pretty tough boss. And we're going to have really good gear and empowerment on these champions alongside the current Fusion, Arbiter, and then the current free login. I think she's actually coming to an end, but Adlin as well. We'll throw those in there and let's see how we do, just to give you a feel for the free champions. The free champions are the two on the right-hand side and what they're doing. One is healing and the other is doing damage. Let me walk you through while that's going on what you need to do to take part in this promotion. So, first of all, it's not eligible for everybody. This is for people that are legal residents of the United States of America and the District of Columbia, excluding New York and Florida, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, Germany, and France, and you need to be at least 18 years old. I'm bummed out. I'm in Ireland, so the Republic of Ireland, not Northern Ireland, so I cannot actually take part in this, which is a bit sad, but there you go. It's open to both new and existing raid players with a Plarium ID. So this is open for, again, a lot of you guys, most of you watching will probably be existing players. This is available for you if you're in those countries and you meet the rules. You have to accept the official rules during the promotion period, and you have 30 days from the date that you accept the official rules to meet the criteria for the promotion. You can enter once per person. And yeah, the trial for YouTube Premium, I believe, is only available for people that have not all previously bought YouTube Premium on their YouTube accounts, right? It has to be the first time you're getting YouTube Premium on the account. What do you do to take part in it? Well, for new users, if you've never played Raid before, download Raid Shadow Legends, accept the official rules in the promotion window that will come up for you, create a Plarium ID with a valid email address, link it to your in-game account during the participation period, and then you need to get to level 20 in the game within 30 days of installing during the promotion period. And yeah, as simple as that. You are going to start to unlock these rewards. You have to log in as well on 5 different days. That should be very straightforward. 5 days out of 30, not really a problem. And you will get a code then, plus an email that will be sent over to you. And yeah, like I said, you get the avatar, the energy, and 3 sets of multi-battles, plus the YouTube Premium for 2 months. If you are an existing player of the game, you already have Raid, simple enough. The promotion window, when that pops up for you in Raid, again, it will only pop up if you qualify, if you're in the actual regions of the world where this is being run. Accept the official rules. You have to log in for 5 different days during the period. You have to reach level 20 during the period if you're not level 20 already. Log in with your existing Plarium ID or make a new Plarium ID within the participation period. And then you will get a code in the promotion window in Raid once you've met all those requirements. And they'll also, again, send an email to your email address once it's met, and you will still get the avatar, the energy, and the 3 sets of multi-battles, plus, again, the 2 months of YouTube Premium. This seems like honestly, this seems great. You know, I'm slightly bummed out that I obviously am not in a country where this is available, but it's a great promotion. YouTube Premium, fantastic. Why the heck not? Get to watch ad-free and support creators while doing it. And yeah, get some free stuff in Raid as well at the same time. It's just sort of a win-win for everybody, really. But there you go. Now, what you will also get, if you follow the link in the description, let's talk about these. We have 2 epic champions that you are going to get, Fain and Rector Drath. You can see we're coming to the end of this Iron Twins run. I will tell you right now, this is certainly not the best team for this, but we are getting through the top level of it with relatively accessible champions, but we're in kind of crazy gear. I want to show you more of their sort of end game potential here, but they're really good champions the whole way through. Fain is a damage dealer and Rector Drath is a healer and reviver. They're both super good. You'll get Fain as soon as you complete the tutorial. She'll show up in your inbox when you've access to that. And Rector Drath you'll get when you hit level 25. These are likely to both be showing up in tons of your teams, tons of them in the early game, right? They're a massive addition to your squad. If you're a brand new player, honestly, it's highly unlikely you'll be able to complete this fusion. But this is just to show you sort of a bit of a concept. So again, this was the run right here with Adlin. It's the login legendary. Everyone got her for free just for logging into the game. They run those periodically. Every few months, there's a free login champion. They tend to be really good. Arbiter, you get from doing your missions. The Incarnate is the current fusion champion, but you probably need to be playing for usually most players for like 3 or so months before you can start doing fusions. You can do it much faster if you're min-maxing, of course, following guides on channels and stuff like that here on YouTube. But there's Rector Drath and Fain. So you can see in this team, Fain is doing all the damage, and Rector Drath is doing most of the healing and bringing us back up revives and whatnot. So let me show you a quick look at those champions and what's going on. So I have them at +2. So this is from getting multiple copies. So getting extra copies of these champions is great. Epic Empowerment is a new feature in Raid. You can empower champions up to +4, epics, legendaries, or mythicals. These are epic champions, so they're much more obtainable than legendaries or mythicals, and they're powerful. Definitely getting these extra empowerment stages is pretty good. So for example, my Rector Drath, he's getting a bunch of extra stats with empowerment. What are we doing at Rector Drath? First of all, well, she is coming in, healing us, protecting us a perfect fail, revives, even more healing and resistance boosts on her passive. I'd recommend with her, the best set I think is probably the Reflex set, which is going to be reducing her cooldowns, just letting her pump out the healing more often. If you don't have access to that, Righteous set is also really good, giving speed and resistance. Any sets that are going to boost speed or resistance. So the speed set is really good. Anything that will help her stay alive. The regen set, she probably doesn't need it, actually. You're probably better off putting that on other heroes. Shield set would be good. Relentless set could be good as well. I would say an ideal one, actually, that you could get early on is Stalwart. Just less damage from enemy AoE attacks. That's really going to help her survive. Like I said, Reflex would be my personal favorite to reduce her cooldowns, let her cast stuff more often. So yeah, that is roughly what you're looking at for Rector Drath. And you want to give her good speed, lots and lots. I've got her, this is end game gear, guys. So, you know, not super accessible, but speed is really strong. Then HP, as high as possible. Then I'd say resistance and defense are fairly equal. And she definitely doesn't need any, she's got a decent chunk here. She doesn't need any crit rate or crit damage or attack. They're just a luxury. They're just a bonus. Accuracy can be quite nice because she can place decreased attack with her A1, but we don't need it in this particular team. For her blessing, I put her with emergency heal, which is going to heal her up and keep her alive. That's comboing with, actually, again, an attack ring is not ideal, but this is a blood shield ring. Going to give her a small shield, and that synergizes with the emergency heal blessing. If you don't have blood shield, then it becomes a little bit more tricky to find something good. I would say commanding presence is probably ideal. Just make your team's aura a bit stronger. That's probably what you're doing. I have her with these masteries. For Fain, she is a damage dealer. Now, her best set would be really probably the 9-piece Merciless, or 8-piece depending. You might be running her in Clan Boss, and the extra turn could be bad because she'll actually outrun defensive buffs. If you look at Fain, her base defense is absolutely horrendous, and her base HP is really bad as well. So she's sort of a glass cannon character. Extremely high damage, but she's very squishy. So the extra turns maybe not so good. Merciless would be ideal. If you don't have Merciless, if you're early game, let's actually go to equip sets so we can see all of them. Accuracy set could be really good, just giving her more accuracy. She's going to need that to land debuffs. Speed set can be fine as well for more speed. Crit rate, crit damage. We basically want anything that's going to up her damage. Preferably, Savage would be great, ignoring defense, or Merciless, or Lethal, anything like that. But yeah, anything that's going to up her damage output and let her place debuffs, i.e. give her accuracy. So she's got a triple hit with decreased defense and weaken. These will massively up the damage you do to a single target. She has an attack with decreased attack and 2 poisons. Again, this is going to rip through bosses and oftentimes halve the damage they're going to do to you. And then her A1 can also steal some turn meter. She does a lot of damage, right? For her blessings, the brand new Nature's Wrath blessing, I think, is probably ideal, which is going to give her more debuff more damage the more debuffs that she places. If you were to get her up to the 6-star blessing, which is really tough, Crushing Rend would be better, but you're unlikely to get there for a long time. For her masteries, I think something like this would be ideal. So War Master, again, for killing bosses. I think Master Hexer for extending her poisons would be brilliant. And for her stats, again, I've got her, this is endgame gear, and she is empowered to +2. But the concept here is decent speed, 100% crit rate is the most essential thing. Also, probably accuracy being high enough is the most essential thing. So in particular, for the boss we fought at the start of the fight, it's a tough one of the toughest bosses in the game. You need 400 accuracy. So we have her with 337, but then Adolin is actually getting us through with 60 accuracy in all battles, brings us up close enough, and then her aura is 15% stronger with her blessing. So we're actually able to have enough accuracy with that. But enough accuracy for most early game bosses, like it's kind of up to level 20 dungeons, you need like 200 accuracy. It's going to be plenty. But accuracy is super important, crit rate. Then you're looking for attack, crit damage, and speed. So these are the main ones. HP and defense are great, but more luxuries, resistance, you can just ignore. That's basically what we're doing with her. And yeah, that is Fain. Alongside this team, we've got Arbiter. She is boosting us up, increasing our attack. She revives, all of that fun stuff. And she is built like this for me. You can actually find all of my builds linked down below on the Hell Hades Optimizer. We've got the new Fusion. She is in Defiant and Guardian, trying to keep the team alive. She is in Protecting the team, giving them shields, trying to keep everybody alive. So she is built like this, with these sort of stats, very tanky protector. And then we have Adolin, who is, like I said, login champion. She's in some crazy gear as well. Super fast with high accuracy. And she is in, she can sleep, which is not going to work against most bosses except the Sand Devil, but decrease attack and decrease speed. Reduce their damage, healing the team, throwing some debuffs back, making us do more damage. She has these blessings. Let's fight another boss right here in the video. Why the heck not? Let's put the same team in against the dragon and let's see what happens. I didn't test this one, but let's give it a go. We're going to be super slow through the waves, actually. This team is really for single target fights. This is not going to kill hordes of enemies very fast. Fain will rip them apart pretty well. I actually had her set up in the AI presets, the team presets, to prioritize her decrease attack move for Iron Twins in particular. Here, we'd probably want to prioritize Flowing Style instead. But, ooh, I mean, you can see with the Flowing Style, she can really do a hell of a lot of damage. It's going to take us a long time to get through these waves. I'll probably pause it. We'll get through. We can just see her smack one more enemy, I suppose, and do that big damage. Because we've got so high speed on our characters, we're having no trouble really running rings around them. She got a small decrease attack debuff. That's unfortunate. That is going to lower her damage a decent chunk. She's still doing pretty decent damage. Right, I'll come back when we get to the boss. Let's see them fight the dragon. Actually, you know what? I've got a better idea. Let's just put in someone else instead. So we're up against a Force Affinity enemy. So let's look for an epic champion, that's Spirit Affinity, that's going to do some decent damage in AoE for us. Actually, Gorlos, Hellscream would be perfect. Hellmoss, excuse me. He's got AoE decreased defense, which is going to up our damage. He has burns as well. He should be perfect. Let's throw him in and let's go. So this should make it much better. Let's see what happens. All right, so we're buffing up. Fain's gone in and done some damage. Kablam. Gorlos is going to be now upping our damage a good bit in the AoE, and we should start be doing much higher damage and ripping through these enemies much faster. Gorlos should come in now with a decent attack. There we go. It's a decent hit. Not too bad, and we will get through. Again, we're going to get through it faster. This makes more sense, though, switching out the Adolin. We shouldn't need her for this one. Fain's decrease attack against the boss should be plenty, so we can switch up the team. See Gorlos doing nice damage as well. And yeah, that's basically how it goes. Arbiter, the Incarnate, and Rector Drath should keep everyone alive. We could obviously as well ditch one of these defensive characters to bring in more damage and get through this faster. But let's get to the boss and see how we do there. Okay, and we're about to reach the boss. We're getting through really no problem at all. Rector Drath healing us up is keeping us... In fact, she just placed decreased attack. Good job, Rector Drath. Fain is going to start ripping this boss apart. We'll see who does more damage between her and the Gorlos here. She's in much better gear, so she should really win. And the poisons are really good. We'll see when the boss takes a turn. He'll take a decent chunk. There we go. You see a big chunk of damage dealt by the poisons whenever he takes a turn. You can see all the green text is pretty much all Rector Drath healing. Whenever anyone takes a turn, like Arbiter just got healed for 9,000, so did Rector Drath. It's based on their health. That's the healing coming in from Rector Drath, protecting everybody under that perfect veil buff. And we are running rings around this dragon right now. The poison's doing a decent bit. The poisons really work well with worse gear too. Whereas we have such good gear on these characters that just the straightforward upfront damage that they're doing is really quite high. Like Fain just hit him for 250,000. It's pretty good. He's kind of smacking. So there we go. The boss, he should not last much longer. The defenses on our team are pretty much impenetrable for this level of the dungeon. But yeah, there you go. So these are just, a little bit of a showcase of a couple of the champions that you can get as well. They're super, super worth using. Rector Drath, funny enough, Fain is probably more exciting as that big single target damage dealer. She's much more exciting. Rector Drath is probably even more valuable, though, is just supporting your team, protecting them, because that perfect veil she puts on everyone is super rare. Often you need legendary quality champions to get it. So I'd say she's even more valuable than the Fain, but they're both super good. Big single target damage, killing bosses, keeping your team alive, and a couple of team ideas there. But yeah, again, thank you to Raid for, letting me promote this and doing this promo video for it. I think it's a really cool promotion, actually, really cool collaboration. Yeah, well worthy. Everyone wins, honestly. It's a win-win. Existing players, new players. If you're eligible, you can get YouTube Premium for a couple of months for free, plus some cool in-game stuff. Great. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.